Well, I think Colonel Menace was looking at my notes before he wrote on his paper, and then Sergeant Major looked at it, because Sergeant Major hit virtually every talking point that I had, so I will not overly stress those. I will expand a little bit beyond it, as he talked about the soldiers and the BOSS program and the importance and the resiliency piece that goes along with it. I would encourage all of you to take a half a step back and expand your aperture on that same question. We are overseas. You have a lot of folks here who are separated from families. We're entering the holiday season. We understand that that is a very joyous time for all of us, or for most of us, but there are some out there that it is a time where it's a problem. And that applies to our civilians, that applies to our single soldiers, that applies to our married soldiers, it applies to our family members. It's up and down the chain. So expand your aperture is what I would encourage everyone to do. Well, whether you're a leader and you're looking at your entire team and putting things in place to work with your team, or you're an individual who's looking to volunteer and to help out with somebody who's a coworker or somebody that you're there with. The same points the Sergeant Major had, I would just expand them just a little bit more and think about that through your entire organization. I want to make a couple of comments on where we are with USARAF, because about a month ago we were all wrapped up with what was happening with our mission in Liberia. To give you an update, USARAF obviously is pretty much pulled out of that from executing it directly. We have not pulled out of it from executing it in support. So there is still a lot of activity that's going on with support of the mission that's happening right now down on the ground in Liberia. That said, I'm sure all of you know that we have our leaders, and our team is pretty much almost all completely back here, and they're out in Del Din. Boss had a town hall last week. That is going extremely well. The key point I want to raise to all of you is that there are many of you in the audience or who are listening who have contributed to supporting our soldiers out there at Del Din. And I want to pass on our thanks for your support. Different organizations across the board, ACS, Garrison for sure, and a lot of other teams, a lot of other organizations on this post are supporting those soldiers. And I'm sure that all of you have seen that in the United States, we've seen a number of cases of Ebola come and go without any further spreading, which kind of goes to further kind of solidify the science that's behind that. So I hope that that is something that everyone is continuing to track, and we look forward to our soldiers being reunited with their families here very shortly. They're all doing extremely well, and in a large part it's because of the support of this community and the support of all of you here are given in that. So I just wanted to pass on our thanks with that in that regard. And the last point I'll make very quickly is definitely a recognition. Sergeant Major Council's getting ready to leave on behalf of USARAF, and I'm sure this entire community. We thank you for your service, Sergeant Major. You've done a great job here the last couple of years, and we look forward to Sergeant Major Dennison being on the ground as well. But understand that you're departing with a lot of fond memories and appreciation on the part of the team here. And that's all I've got, Rob. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. While you're here, check out this other video. Be sure to like and subscribe.